Hi, this is Jim Janossy, and I'm taking this opportunity to welcome you to GPH-205 for the spring 2011 term here at DePaul. This course is kind of unique. It's unique because it's entirely online, and it's also unique because I previously conducted this class for several years in the classroom, but when we decided to put it fully online, I redesigned it completely with the idea that instead of online simply trying to replicate the in-classroom experience, online should exploit what technology can do to make the experience better than the classroom experience. What's really unique about this course is that, first of all, it's self-paced. You're not going to necessarily have to proceed at the same pace through the course that anybody else is. Another unique thing about this is that unlike courses where teams are formed up in rather an arbitrary way, I don't form teams in this course, but you have the option of working with one other person on the projects. And you don't have to work with that person on all the projects, but if you want to work with a friend, somebody you already know, that might be a very productive collaboration. All I need then is for you to explain with the single copy of the work turned in how the collaboration occurred, that is, who did what, and what each person gained from the experience. In the past, this type of collaboration has worked very smoothly because people already have bonds of friendship between them, friendship and trust. I would not ever again attempt to set up a team where people had not already known each other because the term is way too short for that sort of trust to develop in any meaningful way. And that trust is necessary for a project to fully succeed as a collaboration rather than kind of an odd assemblage of efforts. Anyway, the course is not based very heavily on teamwork, but you do have that option. Another unique aspect of the course is the way that I've packaged the learning materials. Previously, what amounts to separate units in this course, that is the 5 two-week segments, would have appeared as separate web pages that you had to go find on one system or another. Used to be Blackboard, now Desire to Learn. I've decided not to do things that way because it doesn't have to be that complicated. Instead, what you find here is a small ebook, and the ebook has in it all the pages that would otherwise have appeared separately. So by downloading this one ebook, you gain all the hyperlinks to the video resources, the readings, the projects, all sorts of things that you might otherwise have to try and find in various places. It's all gathered together for you in this one place. I think that kind of simplification of access will make for greater productivity on your part. You won't have to go through the hassle of exploring some arrangement of information. The fact that it's like a book means that you're already familiar with the way the information is arranged, and you simply have to apply some attention to going through this book and accessing the information resources that are necessary. Finally, another unique thing about this course is that the final exam is entirely online. It's not constrained to be in one place, and that's very handy in the spring term especially if you would like to leave the campus after your last final and your last final occurs at the end of finals week and you think you may have to stick around for it. I offer 3 time slots that the online final is conducted. You sign up for it towards the end of the term online, and you don't have to be on the campus in order to take this exam. People have taken it many states away, and in fact sometimes even farther. They just have to be available at the time that the exam is being taken and have a good connection to the internet. So there's lots of interesting things coming in your direction. Get the books that are assigned. They're both very reasonably priced. Since the workbook, which I had authored a few years ago specifically for this course, is where some of your work comes from and some of your readings, if that one is in short supply or you have a hard time getting it, I have provided the first 3 chapters worth of that workbook at the end of the ebook that lays out all of this course. So you can move ahead. Do read the page that prefaces that 3 chapters in the ebook, which gives you a guide to which pages are relevant to the various projects that you're working on. I think you're going to enjoy this course because in effect, it doesn't try to replicate the classroom. It harks back to an earlier time when one person taught another person one-on-one. I personally think the classroom is kind of a bad substitute for that in many ways. Gathering a group of people together and having somebody talk at them is really a relic of the Middle Ages when books were scarce and somebody had to read from the only book present and others had to try and remember what was said. Nowadays, I can say what I'm going to say in video much more expeditiously and edit this to be compact and concise. You can review it at any time of the day. You can also absorb information from the reading materials and from the videos. What's my role in this enterprise? Think of me as your personal mentor. I'm accessible to you many more hours of the week than the classroom would have provided, and through various electronic means, contact with me could be much more convenient for you. I will give you feedback rather quickly on your submissions. What you submit is not encumbered with a complex system. You email your work submissions to the dedicated email address for this course. That makes it very fast for me to access them and reply to you, and especially early in the term, I'll try and give you feedback on your written submissions and let you regard that as a draft that you can then revise and correct and resubmit a short time later for a higher score. My interest is helping you do as well as you possibly can. So if you go the distance and apply some energy to the readings, to the videos, to the projects, you'll learn a lot. And I'll help you do that to the maximum extent possible. So phone me, Skype me, use Apple FaceTime. I've provided mechanisms in the workbook, addresses for you to access me in all those different ways, and I'll be very happy to help you on an individual basis to better understand the material and to succeed in this course with as high a grade as you want to score. I think you're going to enjoy this course.